and I guarantee you someone will find you someone.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I guess LinkedIn could have the open to mentor sort of thing. No, but so yeah, I completely agree. So mentorship schemes are great. That's so, and for me, the Imperial scheme is just when I realized that there was a scheme, I immediately jumped on it. That is a very structured way where you will find people that are interested in being mentors, and so you will be matched to someone that has broadly your interests. But even if not, it doesn't matter. The fact, even if it's just someone that's more experienced, and even if that person is working in a different field, there's value in it. But I also realize that it might be hard to find a mentorship scheme. So for me, and being someone who wanted to have mentors throughout most of my life and not having had that, what I always aim for is, whether it's with people I work with, I try to see the people that I look up to and that would be open to something like that. And sometimes, as was just said, it could be just a coffee and asking for advice. So you say, well, I'm struggling with this, what do you think? And usually people will not say no especially if you're looking for someone and you see that there's this one particular person is particularly open, there's no reason for them to deny any sort of help. And it doesn't have to be a long-term mentorship relationship. The other point, so the other way around, so looking for mentees, I actually think that's relatively simple, because most people would love to have a mentor or would like to have advice. And for me, as I said earlier, I take it upon myself that people who are younger than me and that I work with, whether I'm their line manager or, so for example, one of my clients, they have this graduate scheme, so I work with people that are younger than me, and if I can provide advice, I will. So I guess that's us being the person that sometimes we find it hard to find as mentors, but we just become that person and give back. So.
I think we've answered, yeah. I think we've got time maybe for just one more, if there is another question. If not, right. I think you're the only, do you want, keep it brief, or do you want to ask your question in the networking session afterwards? Maybe. Ask it in the networking session after. I want to just say a really big thank you to all of the mentors, or all of our guests who've shared their experiences of being mentored and being a mentor themselves. I think it's been a really fantastic opportunity for us to learn so much and hear the different styles of mentorship. At this point, I'm going to ask for Caroline, if you wouldn't mind just coming up and letting us know about the initiatives that we've got here as part of the graduate school, please.
So thank you for your brilliant input today. And I just wanted to say about the Activate Student Mentoring Programme that's just about to launch for student applications to be mentored in it will launch in October, and then the training will start for mentees in November. We've already got a set of mentors lined up, and they're going to be starting their training in September. But the web page has a link to find out loads of information, and you can contact myself and Saida through those mentoring pages, and very much looking forward to working with you.
Brilliant, that sounds excellent. And you've got a question, right? If we take one question and then we'll go to our next.
Okay. It was just more a comment, and it was something related to what you were saying. You were talking about training of the mentors. And I think that is one of the advantages of going on a mentorship program, is that the mentors and the mentees get training. And that might just be a couple of hours or something, but because when you start that relationship, if it's a formal mentor-mentee relationship, there's usually a contract, and that says what the expectations are of each person, and how much time and et cetera, and it just allows everybody to know exactly where they are, and like you were saying, you know, that I'm not your psychiatrist, or, you know, I'm not here to just take you out for dinner or something. So I think it is really, that is the advantage of doing that, especially if it's your first time being mentored or becoming a mentor. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Fantastic. I would like to just invite Bethan and Fergal to give us, do you want to go in front there? Yeah. Right. They're from the International Finance Office. Funding Office, not finance.
Yeah, thanks everyone. So my name's Fergal. I work for the Student Financial Support Team at the college, and this is Beth, who works for the International Relations Office. So between our two teams, we manage the Turing Scheme on behalf of the college, which is what we're briefly going to talk about today. So just if you're not familiar, the Turing Scheme is funded by the Department of Education, and it provides funding for students to undertake international placements or opportunities that directly relates to their studies. It's effectively a replacement for the Erasmus Scheme, which the UK no longer participates in. But compared to Erasmus, it is a global initiative, so there's no longer any restrictions into which country students can visit. And the Turing Scheme also provides a greater emphasis on widening access to students who are from lower economic status or from demographics or backgrounds that are traditionally underrepresented in international or similar opportunities. So the Turing Grant in itself provides, it's meant as a sort of contribution towards the student's overall cost to either do a study year abroad or to undertake a relevant placement. So students who are from underrepresented groups are also eligible for enhanced funding, which is a higher rate of grant. Students who receive enhanced funding can also get some of their travel and visa costs reimbursed. So it's just meant to make the whole experience a lot more achievable and affordable. And the Turing Scheme also ring fences a significant portion of each institution's budget that can only be spent on funding students from underrepresented groups. So for our college, 50% of the funding we receive to provide to students has to go to students from underrepresented demographics. We're quite a lot in detail at the moment because we've only found out this week that the college's bid for funding for this upcoming academic year has been successful. So we have received a portion of the budget we requested. So we're just clarifying with that budget what we can support and what the eligibility criteria is for students. So we don't have much details now. But we were looking also to introduce a sort of similar mentoring scheme within the program, so past participants can share their experiences and offer guidance to students who are considering it. So it's been really helpful for us to hear all your experiences. Thanks very much. And yeah, I think Beth's going to talk a bit more about the benefits.
Yeah, so international experience has loads of benefits, and we really encourage all of you to apply for a Turing-funded international opportunity, or to make yourself aware of it in order to highlight it to any potential mentees that you might have or get through the Activate programme. So international experience is really highly respected by employers. You can increase your cultural awareness, and it's a great opportunity for you to travel. So previous Imperial students who are currently on Turing placements now or have been previously have found that they've made friends for life, they've gained experience of a new career sector that they're interested in, and they've just had loads of fun and been able to travel, and the funding definitely helps you to do that. So me and Fergal just really encourage you to make yourself aware of the opportunities that are available for you and any potential mentees. We have a college Turing webpage that Student Financial Support manage. So we only found out recently, like Fergal said, that we are getting the funding. So further details and confirmation of which programs will have the funding and what the criteria is for enhanced funding should be out in August. So check the college Turing webpage in August and keep an ear out for these opportunities. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. So, I hope that along with me, I would like to just give a really warm round of applause to our panelists for the insight and their experience and sharing their experiences of mentoring and mentorship. I think they did a fantastic job in just bringing to our attention just the benefits of, one, being a mentor, and two, having being a mentee as well. So guys, I really want to just say a really big thank you for all of your advice that you gave us today. And to the audience, the students who are here and those who are online, thank you for coming. I hope that you've gained the value that we were hoping that you would gain from this experience. And don't sit passively back. You heard about the opportunities which are available. Be active, because you don't know what opportunity is going to come from you making that initial call. So don't sit back and just think, oh, it's going to happen. Make it happen, all right? It's the same way we wanted this event to happen, and we made it happen, all right? So we want to just say a really big thank you to the organizers for putting on this event for us. And you know what? The only thing I've got to say now is that it's time for us to network. There's potentially some opportunities for mentorships right now. So let's close off this section, and there's some food and drinks outside. Let's go and celebrate. For those at home, you'll have to find your own stuff to eat, I'm afraid, but we're going to head off to have ours. But once again, a really big thank you.